So then I just randomly tweeted out one day. I was like, all right, boys, I want to solo flawless my first ever dungeon. I've never done it before. Which one should I do first? And everyone's like, oh, you need to do Ghost of the Deep first.
They're just trolling you, bro.
Deep first. And I'm over here. I'm
I hate that dungeon so much.
Easy, bro. What do you mean? That's easy. That took me about 3 weeks.
Yeah, bro.
And welcome to the Destiny Nerds Podcast, episode 56. I'm Bearded Luke, joined by the beautiful Aki from Aki and Fam.
Hello.
Tonight we have
It's me.
one of my best friends in the whole entire world. Outside of Aki, he's also my best friend, who used to be a co-host here on this podcast with me. So you've seen his face here. You also know him as an incredibly handsome, very talented video gamer with a nice smile.
Very handsome.
And a little potty mouth.
All right.
We brought on the Maddox. What's up, bro?
How you doing, brother? Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
You texted me and I was like, hell yeah. I mean, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'd love to be there.
Yeah, let's go.
I would absolutely love to be there. So yeah, no, it's a nice little like kind of, full circle moment here, which is pretty cool. So like I said, I was happy to be a guest, so.
Yeah, you get to be a guest. And it
was funny because I remember when I was a guest when you guys hosted. So it is definitely very, very full circle
Just
kind of moment, which is a lot of fun. Yeah.
And maybe one day it'll be your guys' podcast and I'll be a guest.
Yeah.
Oh man. Listen, round table. Like, what do you?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Just kidding. I'm not.
Chairs. That's what I was going for.
I'm just kidding. I ain't giving this to you guys. I'm just kidding. So welcome. We're pumped to have you. If you don't know Maddox, he's an incredible content creator, human being, friend. I met him a long time ago on the internet here. He was one of the first like real connections I had on Twitch. Whenever that was, I don't know when that was. Like during COVID, maybe
2020, end of 2020, 2021. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that was peak COVID.
He just randomly raided me one night and we really connected, and that was like the first time I'd connected with a person that became my actual friend on the internet. So here we are. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. Destiny, if you're listening, you obviously like Destiny because this is not a time that many people are probably listening to Destiny podcasts. So we brought Maddox on because he's doing something really cool with his community that is keeping the Destiny spark alive, I would assume, in his mind and helping him have fun. Renegades has been out for a while now. We have no roadmap in sight, which we're going to talk through, and all of the above. But before we get into any of that, I want to ask my co-host Aki, how you been? What you been playing this week? How's Game to Give been going for you?
Hey man, yeah. So I mean, obviously I've been playing Destiny. I've been kind of doing a similar thing to Maddox. So for Game to Give for me, I kind of submitted myself to let's do the gauntlet of solo dungeons with sabotage. Like let's throw in some fun stuff for that. And when we did our featured slot, we actually did a Petra's run with sabotage, which was crazy. We made it all the way to the vault encounter in Petra's run with all the sabotages on, which was impressive actually, considering we had people doing like emote right now or melee only for a certain period of time. Like all of these crazy things that they could do. It got a little bit wild, but yeah, Game to Give has been going great. We got this week in front of us and excited to see what happens. But beyond that, also have been playing Elden Ring. Been playing Metaphor ReFantasio. Oh, and in the Destiny world, took my son, little Aki, 8 years old, through his first raid this week. We did it Wednesday night.
Wow.
It was a Last Wish with Riven Legit. So
dang. That's basically like that's basically like if you're starting in D1 and you did VOG or something. Like a classic good raid. You just did that with him. And
went
did
back,
it
went
legit.
Back to the classic,
He's done legit Riven before
Riven
me.
legit.
I've never done legit Riven.
It's fun, man.
I'm
honestly,
sure it is.
It's not that bad, all things considered. Like cheesing Riven versus Riven Legit, you save yourself a couple minutes probably, because Riven just falls over so fast now with the current damage meta and everything. Like there's just it's not challenging, but the mechanics are neat.
That's awesome. Well, that's cool. Well, that's exciting. I was just telling Aki before, Animal Crossing just came out with a new update for the first time in 3 years. They said there would never be another update, and then the Switch 2 came out, and
then here we are. They were like, "Oh yeah, we got a new console."
We need to make $5 more per person that already bought it. It was $5 for the upgrade to the Switch 2 version, which does look much better, but it's still 30 FPS, which hurts my eyes a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, maybe
why in the world would you do that upgrade and make it still 30 FPS? That's crazy.
And it's not like a crazy game. It's like little stick figure guys running around and pots and stuff, So it's not like anything crazy. But I've been playing that like hardcore this week, and a lot of Destiny, ton of Destiny. But Maddox, we want to hear about you. I know that if people have been longtime listeners, they know you, but there's new people here that I'd love to hear your story. So tell us your content story. Like, how did you get into this content creation world, and does that connect to Destiny specifically?
Oh, absolutely. It started with Destiny. I mean, the first memory I have of streaming was sitting in, my extra room over there, which I'll get to why it's not my room anymore. And playing with my, PS4 guys that, we were learning how to raid. It was Crown of Sorrow, and we had many people in our clan, and like we were trying to we wanted to have like raid nights to where we people knew what to do. So like we had like our main people in the clan, and so we were streaming. I was like, okay, well I can just stream straight from my PlayStation. You guys can all just kind of watch on Twitch, and we can explain to like a larger group of people on how to do this raid, so it gets easier and easier and easier, with all of the people, because we had so many people in our clan. And I was like, okay, wait, this streaming thing's pretty cool, and then I took a credit card and I went absolutely crazy. I mean, I got like a gaming laptop to be as like my streaming setup, and then I would stream off my PlayStation. And then, I mean, it was really nothing other than just like raiding. Like I literally just raided with my friends, played PvP. Like I remember some of my old like memories were like screenshots of my wife being my only viewer, and it's like says like grinding for mountaintop or something like that. So I was like, they're like, those are the days, bro. Like Forsaken, and then Shadowkeep came out, and I remember like that was like, okay, I really want to start playing on PC. Like I really want to like build a PC, have a stream full setup and stuff like that. And then so I built a PC, and I've been streaming ever since. I took I primarily started in PvP. Like I was a PvP warlord, just absolutely playing trials every single weekend, PvP updates, PvP builds, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess 2024, I took like a huge break. I just didn't feel like streaming was for me anymore, and I really wanted to, just focus on living my life. And then I was like, I don't know, like something hit me, and I was like, dude. I mean, even talking to Luke, Luke has kind of had a similar comeback as well, and it's just come back to streaming for the first time back in, I guess, a year ago, and then I've just been way more consistent over the last year. And then recently,
you realized enough people weren't talking about ancient gospel. You had to bring it back.
Absolutely. Well, and that was the thing that actually happened during that big break, was ancient gospel came back as a recraftable weapon. So that was actually one thing that brought me back. But I just never enjoyed the game. And then college football came out, and I was playing like a freaking maniac. So, but now I'm kind of enjoying Destiny in my own way. And we'll get to that. I won't elaborate too hard, but.
Yeah.
I really just stream. I just like streaming. I like playing games. I like talking to people. I like just kind of hearing their story. People know who my wife is. I know who some people's significant others are and what they're going through and stuff like that. So it's fun to like sit with a little group of friends, even though they're on the other end of the camera, and we all just talk and play games. So I've been enjoying that a lot recently.
That's awesome, dude. I love your content. I don't get to watch you that often these days because you stream like when I'm full-time dadding. Like my second job starts when I get home from work, and that's like when you're streaming. So I never get to watch because I'm like in the basement pretending to be a baby tiger or whatever crew makes me do. So I love it. It's very fun, but you're killing it, bro. I love it. I love watching when I can, and your community is great. Full of awesome people, and I'm glad that you're my friend. I got to film this dude's wedding. If you're listening to this, and it was super.
Which was pretty awesome.
We had a crazy weekend.
It was
like literally like the second that I got there, like literally got out the car until we left was crazy. It was a crazy, wild fun time. I got to come back sometime soon because I miss you.
Always welcome.
And I got to come see. You have something that's joining us, or should I say someone?
Someone, yeah. So my wife is expecting at the end of March. She's had a very healthy pregnancy over this past 7 to 8 months now.
That's awesome.
And yeah, looking forward. That's why I'm in the living room with baby stuff behind me.
Yeah.
I had a what was previously my game room, I guess you could say, is now our nursery. So
Let's go. I'm so excited for you. Are you
I
excited?
love that.
How do you feel?
That's
It's
awesome,
coming
man.
up.
yeah, I mean, every day is like almost like a countdown. You're just like, all right, what's gonna happen today? Nothing's changing yet, and it's just, she's kind of passed all the hurdles so far.
Yeah.
The
Which is
next
good.
Hurdles, obviously birth. So
Yeah.
So,
Did you have a lot of issues with morning sickness or any of that stuff, or for the most part?
No, not a
That's
single
good.
bit of morning sickness. The only
That's
thing
good.
she's had really struggled with was acid reflux, heartburn.
Sure.
Oh, that baby
You know
about
what
to have a
they
bunch of
say?
hair.
I think, yeah, a bunch of hair, right? That's what they say about the
And
baby.
So we actually just had a 3D ultrasound, and she does have a lot of hair.
There you go.
What
You can
she saw,
thank
so,
thank
yeah.
her for that acid reflux. That's what
Yeah.
that comes from. Dude, that's
That's
so
right.
exciting. We're excited for you.
So-
I mean, I think we're both excited. We're both
Yeah.
excited for you. I'm just kidding.
Oh, absolutely, man. There is
Gonna be
no
definitely
greater
the next
journey on this
chapter.
earth, yeah, than being a dad.
Yeah.
Genuinely, like, you're gonna be awesome, man. You're gonna kill it.
Heck
Well,
yeah.
it's-
And obviously,
it's
if you have any
a lot
issues
of
or
fun.
you need any advice, you got a couple dads here that would love to.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely be reaching out for sure.
Absolutely.
So, speaking of dads, this isn't a good transition at all, but Maddox has been speaking of daddies, my boy Maddox has been playing Destiny 2
Oh,
by
yeah.
himself. So, bro, all right, if you are watching right
Went
now,
to get the milk and left it.
if you've been watching Maddox at all lately, you're gonna know that this man's been going through like I'm gonna solo flawless everything in this game for fun challenge mentality. Like he went from PvP warlord to PvE warlord basically as a full switch,
Mhm.
right? What made you decide to do that? Like what in your brain triggered you to want to go do some of the hardest stuff in Destiny?
Yeah, I don't know. It was really just like okay, PvP is going nowhere. I have not enjoyed playing PvP. My community no longer enjoys playing PvP. And I have these other creators that I play with. At the time it was like Above and G Miners and Llama and some guys that
Mhm.
I've like connected with, especially with like raids and stuff like that. And a lot of their community members are mutual members between all of us. So so a lot of their members are all PvE, and they're like, hey, like you can always play PvE. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know what? Maybe we do. Just put PvP down for good and see what's out there when it comes to playing PvE. But I was like, I really don't want to ever. My biggest thing about when it comes to streaming, this is going to sound so selfish, but I don't ever want to rely on someone else for content. So as a streamer, I want to be able to stream at my time. I want to be able to stream whenever I want to, whenever and then be consistent because of me, not because of someone else. So that's why I've been doing a lot of solo stuff. When I was playing PvP, I was doing a lot of solo stuff, solo trials. And that was a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, but it just wasn't going anywhere. There was no elevation to where I was, what's next? It's just going to be trials every weekend. No, that's boring. So then I just randomly tweeted out one day. I was like, all right, boys, I want to solo flawless my first ever dungeon. I've never done it before. Which one should I do first? And everyone's like, oh, you need to do Ghost of the Deep first.
They're just trolling you, bro.
Deep first. And I'm over here.
I
I'm
hate
like,
that dungeon so much.
that's easy, bro. What do you mean? That's easy. That took me about 3 weeks.
Yeah, bro. Dude, that last boss. Oh man, I was telling Luke before stream because I've been doing that for the game to give, and that's the dungeon I'm on right now. And in every single run, in the final boss, I forget about the stupid moss.
Yeah, dude, that wasn't even my issue. Okay, so that was the first ever like solo experience. So I was like in the midst of, I did on my warlock. I was a warlock main. I still am. And that was whenever like the new buddy build came out with like the arc
yeah.
and everything like that.
Okay.
But I hadn't switched over to that. So I was like trying to find everything. I didn't have a good DPS options. I didn't have a lot of PvE weapons yet. So I was like struggling with DPS. I 10 phased the first boss in Ghost of the Deep. 10 phased him.
10
To
phase.
move on to the final. And then I only made it to final twice before I finished it. So the first time I made it there, I think I died to the moths or something happened. But my issue was I would forget to look at what the symbol was and where to dunk it. Which one? I had to ask chat. I was like, someone please hurry up and tell me which one it was. I don't want
Which one was
it? So that was my issue. And then it took me I think I like 7 or 8 fades that boss because I was like having to use like queen breakers with no catalyst, and then it was bad. It was very bad. And I was like so afraid of dying. So I would shoot like 3 and I was like, where's everybody at? Where's the moss? But when I finally did it, bro, like the absolute just euphoric feeling that like just over you of doing something that you've been trying so hard and trying so long to complete was awesome. And then it kind of got a little easier, as time went on, because I had those builds, I had those weapons. I went out and got a lot of weapons that I needed and stuff like that. So it did get easier, but the journey itself was, I think, over like 10 weeks in total, 10 to 12 weeks, like 3 months of soloing every dungeon.
And the crazy thing is, I feel like you started at one of the hardest ones.
Yes. Yeah. No, absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. I knocked out Ghost of the Deep. That was great. It was awesome. Great feeling. And then I like the next time we streamed, because I only stream like 3 days a week. So like I don't play Destiny if I'm not streaming, to be honest.
Sure.
So the next like 2 streams, I knocked out like 4. I did like Pit. I did Shattered. I knocked those out in 1 stream, and then I did I think I started with like Grasp, and then I first tried Spire. So like a lot of those I kind of knocked out, like the ones that like are like very simple mechanics and like really hard to die, unless you just do something to fall off the map or something like that. So,
for sure.
Other than that, dude, like it was a long journey, and I still have nightmares about Vespers, though. There's no doubt about that.
That one is another one that I think is way up there, but it's just because of the final boss. Really, everything else about that dungeon is not terrible, but that last boss, it's tough. It's tough. I would. Here's what's really cool that I really thought, and then I'll leave you to another question. But I feel like a lot of, and I'm not trying to take credit here at all, but I have noticed there are a lot more people going back and soloing the dungeons and solo flawlessing dungeons that they've never done before. And I'm just like, dude, this is cool. Like, I feel like I kind of have a little bit of a wave in this of like, this guy's doing it. And I like everyone that I posted on Twitter, because I really only post on Twitter or X, whatever, got a lot of traction, especially the final one when I posted that video of me finishing Vespers. It had over 1,000 likes on Twitter. And that's awesome, dude. Genuinely.
You just see people and they're like, oh, I need to go do this. What did you use? And it's like being able to like share things that help me, especially just like as a beginner at this stuff.
Lessons that you've learned and being that inspiration. That's huge.
Yeah. So that was really cool to see, kind of inspiring others to do, similar feats. So
you play Souls games at all, Maddox?
I've played Elden Ring. Yeah.
I was going to say, and it's for me, that's what I compare it to, doing the solo dungeon or any sort of like solo or like low man activity. Like you're kind of built to be a Souls player or something like that, where you enjoy the punishment of just the really try hard. You have to perform well and understand and memorize patterns and things. Like it kind of lends towards that genre of gaming for sure.
Oh, absolutely. You have to be patient. That was the biggest thing for me, is like I was streaming every attempt that I did, so I had the live audience, and I'm not one to like not talk to my chat, so I like, there were times where I'm sitting there yapping, I look away, I look at chat, and I just walk right off the map, or I would jump off the map or something like that.
Absolutely.
There were many times where that happened, unfortunately, especially in Equilibrium, the newest dungeon with Renegade.
Oh man.
I fell off the final boss map multiple times. Very, very disheartening.
Yeah, that'll get you. That'll get you. One nice thing, and I did see even kind of in line with your solo journey, is that Bungie is actually kind of encouraging some of that solo play. We saw on the Twid this week that they have a new challenge coming out for Warlord's Ruin. Starts on Tuesday, where if you go through and you solo Warlord's Ruin with, I think it's glaive, bow, and sword, and you can't use guns basically. And that's the challenge that they have out there. There's a cool emblem that you can earn, and I think that's just
cool.
kind of neat for those who may be on a solo. Yeah, it's super slick.
I heard about that tonight. Someone was explaining that to me, so that was really cool. I'll definitely be trying that. You know, it's.
I was gonna say you should be, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No, yeah. When someone mentioned that today, I'll definitely be trying that. It'd be pretty difficult. I don't even think I even own a glaive, to be honest.
Well, you'll figure it out. I mean, know how the glaive should have the Enigma if you finished Witch Queen, I think, right? I think everybody got that one. So
you should have one,
but that's probably it.
That's awesome. So, did it initially start as a content thing, or was it at all like, I want to just have more fun in Destiny? Like, was it just straight content, or did it turn? Was it like? Because what I have most people say to me is like, why should I play Destiny right now? It's boring. Like, there's nothing to do. Which I'm with them. Like, I do my seals and then I don't play it anymore.
Absolutely.
So like, was it a mixture of both, or like? How, like, I guess my real question would be like, how can you right now play Destiny and have fun with it and challenge yourself?
Yeah. No, I will definitely say it definitely was like okay, I have nothing else to do in this. And if there's a time to pivot to the complete opposite side of this video game, it's now, you know, like especially before, I think this was after Edge of Fate came out, and Edge of Fate was dying down. This was before Renegades, obviously. And my goal was, okay, so that was my thing was, okay, I want to try to solo a dungeon. And at time it was like, yes, I have nothing else to do. What else can I do? And then honestly, streaming that for the first couple attempts, I would do like 2 to 3 hours at a time, like per stream. I would see so many new people come in and like hype me up and encourage me and like, hey, like maybe you should switch this aspect for this, or try using this over that. And I was like, listen, I took everyone's suggestion to heart, but I always did things my own way, of course, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just a different play style. But I met so many new people that are now like common chatters in my stream because of it. And like, there's just, dude, the PvE side of Destiny is way bigger, obviously. So you're just portraying to a bigger audience, in my opinion. So it was, yes, to answer your question, Luke, it was definitely more of like I have nothing to do. This is one way to make Destiny fun. And it's a solo thing. So I don't have to worry about other people. Like, I'm not doing trios. So I don't have to like set up a schedule with someone else. And if they can't do it, then what am I going to do for stream? You know, it's like everyone knows what I'm doing. Everyone in my community knows what I'm doing tonight because I haven't finished X dungeon yet, you know, or next time when we finish this dungeon, then we start this dungeon, you know. So I had at the time 10 things to do, and my goal eventually was to, okay, hey, we have Renegades coming out. We know there's a new dungeon coming out with Renegades. My goal was to do it all before Renegades. So that was eventually the end goal. So,
all right,
especially once I started learning more and seeing more and stuff like that. So,
well, we're here. It's Renegades, and I know we've texted about Renegades, and we did the dungeon together. The first time I did the dungeon was with you. We did that together. That was very fun. Done it a lot of times since then, but that was very fun.
We didn't just do the dungeon. We duoed that bit.
We did duo it the first time, and it was very fun. Yeah, honestly, like we don't play games that often together, so it's always a fun time when we get to actually sit down and play. But I really want to know like where you're at with Renegades, with Destiny right now, because you just had all this like stuff to finish, which this is like it's like a good and a bad thing. You just you switched everything. You did all this stuff, so now you've done like literally.
And now you're done.
You kind
Solo
of
Witness next.
minus the low man raids, which you are probably going to talk about next. But what do you think about Renegades in general? Like, you did all of that, you got to Renegades, we're here. Where are you at mentally with this game?
I'll say this is definitely a very quick DLC to get tired of, I'd say. And I say that because the campaign, in my opinion, was pretty lackluster. A campaign to me is a place where you go do missions that you don't get to see in the post campaign. You know, so doing all those like Mars and whatever places.
We're doing the Lawless Frontier as the campaign.
The Lawless Frontier.
The stuff you're about to go do 100 times after.
Big L.
Oh,
exactly.
This is it was my number one gripe. If you've listened to the other Destiny nerds, that was my number one gripe. Oh man. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that really sucks for me. You go do these campaigns and you don't get to go to places after the campaign that you did in the campaign. Like, so like my biggest thing is like with Witch Queen. I know this might've been like one of the last missions, but like how many times are you going out to that big far island that Savathun was on, you know, or how many times are you going way up to the top of her throne room? Not very often, if any at all. Like there's
even Lightfall. You go back, you look at Lightfall. Like
how many times are you going into that big room with where you're having to beat the Tormentor or something like that?
Yeah, do like the
when are you going to Neomuna at all, you know?
Right. Exactly.
Well,
no, but like so campaign wise was lackluster to me. I talked to way too many things. It tried to explain that to me seemed like a lot of post campaign mixed in with story missions. The first story mission was cool. You got to go do like save the frozen drifter. That was really cool.
Yeah, that mission was like a real mission.
Super cool.
Yeah, like it was a space that you didn't get to see afterwards. And then the lightsaber mission was pretty cool.
Yep.
It was a completely different space. And when the Ascendant plane switched, that was cinema,
that was cinema. Yeah, absolutely.
Cinema. So like seeing little things, like there were a few things here and there that I think the campaign did well, but there was too many in-betweens where I felt like I was leading up to something that never happened. And so
take the Lawless Frontier out of the campaign, and that's like 3/4 of it. That's my problem with it. Like if we didn't have that, which it shouldn't have been in the campaign, in my opinion, you should never have what is your seasonal activity be part of your storytelling. That seems like I don't think that's something Bungie's ever done before. And it for what should have been your biggest, baddest, most amazing storytelling expansion with the collaboration with Star Wars.
Yeah.
And like you said, that first mission was incredible. Fire and Ice was incredible. The trench run at the end, super incredible. There were little missions in between that were super cool. But so much of it was running in the Lawless Frontier that it just got really old really fast. It was just all this errand running. Oh.
Yeah, the lightsaber is a big plus. I think that's such a cool thing. And being so kind of diverse and everything as well, too, like with the colors and with the different catalysts and stuff like that you can get on it is really cool. I do think, and this might be a hot take. I have a hot take for you.
Okay.
It might be too Star Wars. It might be that Destiny 2 went too heavy into the Star Wars. And when I mean that, I mean like the sound effects. Like the gun sounds like a blaster from Star Wars. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but I think it's cool. But it just sounds, it's very lazy in my opinion. It's very
Bungie
lazy.
made the best Star Wars game outside of like Fallen Order since like Jedi Academy. You know, like it's been a long time.
Which is a problem because it's not a Star Wars game. That's what I said in the last podcast. Yeah. I'm right with you, dude. I love Star Wars, but I did not, and I still, to this day, as I play this stuff for the seals, don't feel like I'm playing Destiny. I feel like I'm playing some weird game that's like in Destiny that I have to do, and then I would like to go back to playing Destiny whenever they want to go ahead and let us go back to playing that world, in my opinion.
I think the dungeon did a very good job where it felt like Star Wars, but we know it was Destiny. You know, it had all the aspects of Destiny where like the Taken shadows and all the Destiny figures with a little bit of Star Wars sprinkled in with the behemoths in the first encounter. And then the lightsaber boss, like that was cool. And then Tickle Fingers guy at the end was obviously like an ode. It wasn't just like Darth so-and-so, Darth Sidious, whatever his name is, or at the end with his Tickle Fingers. It was like it looked like a Destiny boss with that kind of sprinkled in. So I think the dungeon is a big highlight. I don't know if that's a hot take, but I think it might be one of the better pieces of content that came with Renegades. Obviously,
absolutely agree.
3 weeks to solo flawless it, and it was very fun but very frustrating. But overall, I haven't gone back in the Lawless Frontier. I don't plan on it. I got lucky. I did like an hour and a half of invasions one night on stream and got my red crystal.
So lucky.
And I don't plan on. I haven't touched fire and ice since then because I don't care. I'm never using the lightsaber for anything.
It's not that good.
So it's just like there's
just
just nothing. There's better DPS options out there. If it was like the best thing, and if you have a lightsaber, you're gonna solo flawless and one phase everything, then that's different. But you're not. You're just not. So
they could have easily made it that, and I'm kind of glad that they didn't personally, because it allows you to explore it. You can absolutely use it if you want to. You can tighten stronghold. You can do all the crazy cheesy things with it that you want to do. But there are way better ways to play the game, which is also really nice. Now, for me personally, I like the amount of Star Wars, but again, this is all like different tastes and opinions. Like I think it was good. I think they did a great job with it. My biggest gripe is just the campaign felt like such a letdown compared to the rest. And it's funny because we had the same problem with Edge of Fate, right? Really good campaign, almost the inverse. Really good campaign, really good raid. Everything else that came with it sucked. Like the portal was terrible. The launch of the portal was awful. We can spend a lot of time talking about the damage that the portal has done to the game, but
I mean, they fixed leveling. I'll say that.
They fixed it so much. Oh my goch.
That's a big.
I hit 550 without doing nothing.
I hit 550 tonight, actually.
Oh, dude, let's go.
Nice.
So,
bro, I hit it this week.
That was a cool thing.
That's the first time I've hit power cap in like, I don't remember the last time. And I did nothing but Lawless Frontiers.
Same.
That's all I did.
Good thing they didn't raise the power cap, because that was supposed to be part of Renegades, and they yoinked that, which was the right call.
Yes,
I think.
Yes,
they didn't push us back down to 300 like they planned on doing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that would have.
Yeah, that would have.
Dude,
that would have been rough.
I think that. Oh man, I had a thought. There was something that you guys were saying, and now I can't remember what it was. It was about
thought train left the station.
It's gone, and it was really good, and now it's gone. So I'll try to get it back. You know what? No, I remember. Lawless Frontiers.
Okay.
I know you guys haven't been in them that often, but I will say this. I got to say this somewhere because I haven't been able to say this out loud to anyone. I have never played with blueberries in there like that don't know what they're doing more than that specific activity. It's like it's like shocking. Like I play it by myself all the time. It's shockingly bad sometimes how long it takes to do a Lost Frontier, because I don't know what they're doing like in there, by the way. Like
they clearly don't know what they're doing.
They don't either, which I'm sorry that they don't know what they're doing. It's really not that hard. But bro, holy cow, you should see me. I'm about to throw my controller like by myself in my office because people are like taking so long to finish up freaking Lawless Frontier. Like there's this one called the Transfiguration thing where you have to like go around and like go in these 3 light pools and then go and dunk this thing. Bro, when we I've never done that with random people where they did any of them. I did every single one of them. I'm like, what are they? They're just killing ads. They're not doing anything. I'm like, what is going on right now? I'm
pretty fortunate because usually Peach and I do it together, so at least have her helping me.
I've never done it with people, so I can't imagine what that'd be like.
Yeah.
I don't think you ever will.
Definitely recommend it with people.
Lawless Frontier, so
it's I'm done with them. I finished the seal, so I'm never gonna do it ever again.
Well, that's the funny thing is it's. No.
Yeah.
It's the funny thing because it's just like you do so much of it in the campaign that by the time it's like, okay, now it's time to grind your factions, you're like, I don't really want to.
Yeah. Dude, that took me forever, by the way. I had to grind all of them to level 5. That was so annoying, like to do that.
Oh.
I've done one. I do plan on finishing the rest at some point, but I've done one, and that's it.
It takes a while, and there is some strategy to it, which is fun for me and my brain to get the right XP and do the right priority.
I will say
contracts and stuff. But
the activity itself is well designed. I enjoy the Lawless Frontier. I think that the activity itself is fun to play, but it does get very old very quick.
I just play as an Imperium Behemoth
like any seasonal activity.
I'm just a behemoth literally the whole entire time. So I kill everything. It makes it go like twice as fast. I don't know why all 3 people aren't doing that the whole time, to be honest, because it makes everything go like 20 times faster. Unless you want to sit there for 25 minutes.
The pike is super agile and it can get into every space, and it's pretty powerful too.
I haven't done the pike. I've literally not taken the behemoth off. The only time I put anything else on is whenever it's a contract that I have to have the ability on.
You should try the pike.
I'll try
the pike.
I need to get 10,000 more credits.
Yeah, it's called the Falcon or something like that, isn't it?
Okay, I'll try it.
Yeah.
So we've talked about Renegades. We've talked about all this stuff. And this kind of leads us to, like, what's next. And this past week, they announced, or maybe it was last week, I don't know when it was, they announced Marathon's release date, which is in March. And it was supposed to be when Shadow... March 5th, which is everyone's excited about. I don't
Shadow
give a crap,
Order was
but I'm going to
supposed
play.
to be March 3rd?
Something around there, but it got
I thought it was
delayed.
supposed to be the same day.
Well, no, it hasn't. They haven't officially announced the delay yet. It's
Is that Paul
supposedly going to be
Tassi?
delayed.
I thought I read some.
Tuesday.
I thought I read something from Paul Tassi that it was like maybe
well,
it's a rumor.
he's saying it's going to be delayed, but there has been no official announcement yet.
Okay. See, look, the media got me. Fake news.
Yeah, fake news.
So what do you guys think?
But I mean,
don't know a lot. I don't know what Shadow and so is. I
Me
really
neither.
haven't been paying much attention.
either.
In Edge of Fate,
quite
we
literally-
had the Ash and Iron update, right? The Ash and Iron update
okay.
brought the exotic mission and a really crappy seasonal activity. Like nobody liked it. Nobody that I talked to enjoyed it. I played it one time and thought it was the stupidest thing I've ever played in Destiny, and that's saying something
I couldn't even
because
say what it was.
The exotic mission that we did,
Reclaim.
Aki?
It was the no. Yeah, that exotic mission. The exotic mission I enjoyed. The seasonal activity Reclaim was terrible.
Oh, I didn't even do it once. It was so bad.
It was not good.
I don't even know it. That doesn't even ring a
It
bell.
was the Plague Lands that didn't
Yeah.
actually come back. Like
It was
they
the
said.
Plague
It
Lands
was
that
like a
weren't
fake
actually
Plague
the
Lands.
Oh,
Plague
yeah,
Lands.
that was awful. It was terrible.
Yeah, those are the worst. Like it was dead
Yeah,
Plague
Yeah,
it
Lands.
was real bad.
Suck.
Like we're
It
bringing
was real
back the
bad.
Plague Lands. You
Those
can't
were
go
not
there.
fun. Dude, they took one of the greatest, most iconic sites in Destiny and just
Killed it.
shoved it up our butts.
Yeah.
Yep.
killed it,
Dude,
man.
like
They said, "Here you go. You're going back, but there's no Siva." It's what's
No
the,
Siva, no
what is
colors.
the point exactly?
It won't make any sense. You're just gonna.
Looks
yeah,
dead.
no.
Yeah. So
it's
that
awful.
this is supposed.
it was like the three areas of the Plague Lands that we didn't care about.
Yeah, literally.
Yep.
And so Shadow and
Shadow and Order is supposed to drop on March 3rd.
okay, and
Supposed
that's
to.
the only
Okay.
future of Destiny that we currently know about, right? There's like kind of
Correct.
and they've not given us a
So-
roadmap at all. Ish.
Yeah.
Well, that's been the
No
biggest gripe
roadmap.
on the internet right now is like, what's next? We don't know we can't be excited for anything. We don't know what's coming.
Exactly. That's what me and even
You know?
as we sit here and we're like, what are we going to talk about for the next like few months on a podcast where we don't know what we're supposed to be doing in this in the future of this
Yeah.
this franchise. Marathon's coming, which is going to be cool for Bungie. I hope it's successful because if Marathon's successful, then Destiny is successful because that just funds itself. Before we get in more in Destiny, since we're talking about Marathon, are you guys excited about Marathon? I know Aki is. I know Aki is pooping his pants about Marathon, but Maddox, are you excited about Marathon?
I'm excited about Marathon.
Yeah, I know you are.
I will. I want to hear what you're excited about, Aki. I'm going to use 5 seconds to run to the restroom real quick, but I'm listening.
He's going to be
Sure,
mean.
absolutely. So the things that I'm excited about Marathon are I just enjoy the extraction shooter genre. That's for me personally. Like, and it feels weird to say that, right? But it's kind of like gambling without gambling, right? Like every single run, it
It's
gives you that
gambling,
rush.
yeah.
Literally, like I should get a blood pressure monitor or like a pulse rate, heart rate monitor
Ooh, good
because
content
that's
idea.
Tarkov is the same way for me. I've played Tarkov. Tarkov is milsim, right? Tarkov ventures into the too hardcore for me. So that one's really difficult and challenging. I enjoy Tarkov. I'm not good at it. Obviously played a lot of Arc Raiders, really enjoy Arc Raiders. I think that game is fantastic. It's really nailed the extraction genre in a super duper cool way. There's another extraction game that I've been in a few close playtests for called Exoborn, which is also incredible and really nails the extraction genre in a special way. What I'm excited for about Marathon is I've played the old Marathon games, so I really enjoy the lore and the universe there.
Yeah.
Bungie tells an incredible story. There's the Bungie gunplay. It's based on the Tiger engine. So say what you want about the Tiger engine, but the Tiger engine is what gives the gunplay in Destiny the feel that it gets, and no one does gunplay like Bungie. No one can beat the way that being in a Bungie game in a Bungie universe and shooting Bungie guns feels. Nobody can match that. And I will argue that's one of those points. Like you have one of those points and everybody's pointing their sword at you. It's like that's the one that I will die on that hill.
Yeah,
Nobody
fair.
does gunplay like Bungie does. And what I've played of Marathon so far, what I've seen of Marathon is, I think, going to put a really unique spin on the extraction shooter genre. And it's going to strike that balance between Arc Raiders, I think, caters a little bit too far into the casual mode. And then Tarkov, which is the extreme milsim, I think Marathon's going to walk that kind of fine line in between really, really well. Plus, the last map that they've talked about that I haven't seen, I haven't played, but I have seen people talk about, where you have raid-like puzzles where you're fighting the UESC in an extraction shooter environment. For me, I think it's going to generate adrenaline in a special way. But we'll see. I could be wrong.
Okay. I think that here's why I think it might be working. So everyone that play tested it, or as a Marathon creator or whatever you guys are, seems to be very excited about it and says very nice things. And they're all over Twitter about it. Like, you guys are hyped out of your minds. Which one makes me think, well, it must be good because they're all excited about it. So that's the good part. But I don't have the same excitement because, like, if you've not played it and you just saw clips of it, it's like, what's so good about it? You know what I mean? I get it if you're in there and you're playing it. So, like, I also never play extraction shooters. So, like, I've talked about it on here all the time. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna play it. But, like, I don't know if that's for me yet. I gotta get into it because I'm such a, like, if I'm gonna play a game for a long time, I want to have all my stuff and have it show for the time I played. I don't want it to all get taken away because I got killed and some guy took all of it. Like, I don't know if that's what that means.
Start off with Rook, bro. You just gotta play Rook. Rook is going to be what makes the game, I think, really successful and accessible to the casual audience, because Rook is such a neat character. They've shown Rook, so I can talk about Rook. Rook, what Rook is basically, it's solo only. You can't drop with the squad, so you can only drop in by yourself. You drop mid-match, so you're a scavenger, and you have abilities that make you invisible to the UESC, the bots. So if you're getting pushed by a player, you can hit that ability to go invisible, lead them into a bunch of bots, let the bots take them out, basically, and make your escape. So there's lots of really cool strategies around that will make it more tenable. It's like, oh man, I just lost all this nice stuff. Well, time to go in as Rook and try to scavenge and get some of it back.
Okay. Interesting. I also I could go on and on about it. I'm going to try it, and to be honest, I'm more excited for you because I know how excited you are, and I get excited when people are excited about stuff.
I think it's going to be going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to create a lot of moments. Like, there's prox chat that's in the game.
It's going to be great.
That's been one of the cool things about Arc Raiders, right? You get to yap with other people in the world and create your own moments.
I
like,
had a lot of fun with that. Yeah.
It's going to be fun for content too. Like, obviously I can see content written all over it. Like, it's going to be awesome for that. But Maddox, what's your opinion? Like, now you've heard both of our opinions on it. What do you think?
Yeah. I will say I've had my first share of playing an extraction shooter for the first time, which was Arc Raiders. I was very fortunate that a community member of mine bought it for me recently when it was on sale.
Let's go.
And I have some friends that have been playing it, and I just went to them. I said, hey, I want to play. Just show me how to do it. Like, I played PvP games before. I've played shooters. I played third-person shooters. So I understand that aspect. But there's a whole entire section of that game that is a big, like, AI, enemies that hurt. And
those
so,
the Arc are brutal.
So
Holy.
you have to be in that fine line of do I want to focus on killing the Arc, or am I always going to be friendly? Which, when I first started, I was friendly 100% until someone shot at me, obviously. But
that's the start of everybody's villain arc. One time, that's all it takes.
If I've only played duos and I've played trios, I've never gone in solo. I don't ever plan on playing an extraction shooter solo. That sounds like the most boring thing ever.
Sure.
So I went and played trios for the first time with a buddy Above. You guys know who Above is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I never heard of him.
And I asked him, I said, what is it like playing? He's like, it's on site. If we see anybody, they're dead.
Trios is on site. Yep.
I was like, let's go then. Sign me up. So we went in there. We had so much fun. I played with him for like 6 hours, dude. And I will say I had a lot of fun, got a lot of cool and like high tier stuff. But it's just not a game that I will go out of my way to play, especially by myself, like I said. But if like a friend asks me and I have some time, hey, you want to play games tonight? Yeah, what do you want to play? I don't know. He wants to play Ark. I was like, all right, let's do it. You know, like I'll go have fun playing with my friends on that game. Yes.
Sure, absolutely.
So, Marathon, I kind of looking at it in that lens of like, is it going to be this sweaty, on site? Or is it going to be, I don't know what type of extraction shooter it's going to be. If it's going to be kind of like that Tarkov-esque, where it's everything is worth some money. I don't know, dude. I don't even know what to think about it. I haven't seen enough on it. I haven't looked at anything about Marathon. I've like muted all the news channels on Twitter because I've got tired of seeing it.
Sure.
And I just like, I don't know. I don't have much of an opinion. I just don't think. I think Bungie truly is going to regret making Marathon over and expanding their Destiny franchise in the end.
Yeah. That's that. Now that's a hot take right there. There you go. That's the hot take of the night.
I've said that before, and I could be completely wrong, but I think, no, I'll say it again. I think Bungie is going to regret veering off the course of Destiny and is going to eventually regret making Marathon over expanding their franchise.
Yeah.
I will say, and for me personally as a Bungie fan, I like the look of Marathon. I also hope that it succeeds for the sake of Bungie.
Right.
I think it'll be really interesting 5 years down the road, depending on what direction it goes, hearing the stories and the documentaries and whatever comes out of this. You know what I'm saying? Because there will be lessons to learn whichever way it goes.
Yeah, I feel like there's more Lukes than Akis out there in the Destiny world, if that makes sense, when it comes to like why they're making Marathon. There's more of this guy who would definitely play Destiny until my eyes fall out because there's, of what it is, and not as many Akis who want to go play extraction shooters. Maybe I'm wrong. I probably am, but that's why I also am with you, Maddox. I definitely think that I think it's cool, and I think that they probably are doing it because they want to broaden their horizon. They're a game studio. Like who wants to do the same game forever and ever and ever? Like Halo, they left. I mean, they sold that whole franchise and left and did their own thing. So it's like, I see why they're doing it, but I do think that I'm excited, like you said, Aki, to look in a couple of years and be like, all right, what happened? Like, did it end them, or did it make them, or did it do nothing? You know what I mean? Or is we fine because they're just taking Sony money anyways and it doesn't matter? Like, we don't really know. We're not in there. So
yeah, I'm not a game dev and I'm not an armchair quarterback. Like, it's obviously this has been a 5-year project that we're finally seeing come to fruition. So
yeah,
there's a lot of resources, a lot of time behind this. The game director came over from Riot, from Valorant. Valorant's obviously an incredibly successful game and franchise. So he seems to really know what he's doing, which is great. We've heard at least directly from the game director for Marathon, which is more than we can say for Destiny since management shifted. And that's a whole other bone that I have to pick with that whole category, because we were promised a roadmap in September and we hadn't heard anything.
My question, I guess, to be for you guys is what is in the first 6 months, 9 months, 12 months of Marathon, what would be a successful first year of Marathon to you? Like, does that make
whatever
sense?
hits Sony's internal financial target so that they can keep making Destiny.
Yeah. I don't even know how you show if Marathons, other than if we're talking content.
Okay, so yeah, so my biggest thing, I think, I'm going to wait to play Marathon. Let me just say that. I'm going to wait to play. I'm going to wait to hear what other people have to say. I want other people to know more about the game so they can teach me. I'm going to treat it just like I did Arc Raiders. But I think Marathon is successful if they, one, listen to their community. Mm-hmm. Two, if they cater more towards the PvE side of that game, because that's going to be where a lot of people, there's going to be more friendly people, I think, than there will be PvP guys playing that game. I just think there will be. I think it's going to be a looter shooter in a sense where people are going to go in and try to get loot and defend themselves, but no one's going in there let's go wipe the squads, baby, wipe them. I don't care what loot they got,
unless you're burnt peanut.
Yeah. I think I would enjoy that as a gamer if they, and I think they'd be more successful if they did definitely cater towards, I'm not going to say the casual, but definitely the more so definitely the PvE side of things, where there's new loot. There's the wipes, I guess the loot wipes or something like that, where like it starts you over and stuff like that. Again, completely new to extraction shooters. I'll try it, but it's gonna be a while before I do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and like I said, I think that it plays well. It's a lot of fun. I think it has a ton of potential, but it is entirely dependent on how it's received. Of course,
Absolutely.
I think that they hit the right target price point at $40. I think that's exactly where they should land. That's what other games in that genre have targeted and have kind of landed on. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see where they go with it. And
they will,
like I said, more than anything else,
they will have a what's it called? A magnifying glass. The community is going to have a magnifying glass on this game. That's the biggest thing. I think the first month of this game is going to be crucial.
Oh yeah,
for sure. And they obviously have listened to the community pretty well already, because they took things back. They did right by the artist and the art scandal that happened. They've added prox chat. They made a lot of changes that the community asked for in the past 6 months, since they took it basically off of the original September release date and are now targeting March. They have put a mirror shine on it from what I can see.
That's good.
And
that's good.
Yeah, there's a lot of good trusted people at Bungie too that are over Marathon from a community perspective. You have folks like Cosmo and Andy, people that are kind of leading the charge from a community engagement perspective, that I think are going to run that side of the house really well. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, I hope it's successful. I'll be. I mean, it's $40, so that's actually nice that you're not paying $70 to play something that you might not play very much after. So I'm gonna try to get it for free first. That's what I always be trying to do, but we'll see. If you're a Bungie creator, you should get Marathon for free. Just saying.
Well,
give it to us.
And absolutely. I mean, you want people that are making content for the game to make content for the game, to get your good word of mouth out there for those that are willing to put the time into it. And you know what? If it sucks, it sucks. Like I said, I was telling Luke earlier, I love playing Ark with Peach. But man, you come across that one squad that's just super hostile and wipes you, like it ruins her mood. It ends her night. Like, so we'll see how that plays out. It'll be interesting. She's going to be 15 in a few weeks here. So she's getting to that age where she's a little bit more competitive and wants to get better. So trying to frame her discussions and her attitude from instead of just, well, that sucked, let's do something different. Okay, that sucked. How can we improve?
There you go. Yeah. Lessons.
I feel that.
I'm just going to keep playing Animal Crossing so I don't get stressed when I play video games. Bro, do they have a
roadmap for Animal Crossing?
No, they just come out with new stuff randomly. Dude, truthfully, it's really funny that you say that. This is a whole nother topic. We don't talk about it. But I genuinely think games are so much more stressful in some ways than they used to be if you pick the wrong genre of game to play. Like, I am not trying to get on here and do a job. I'm trying to, chill. You know what I mean? I'm already stressed enough all day. That's why extraction shooters are probably not going to be for me, because it sounds like they can be a little bit hectic and stressful.
No, that's totally fair.
I'd rather just build some random town that no one's in with my little animals.
I always joke with my wife. I'm like, it's a good thing I really like Final Fantasy, because I have something to play when I'm in the nursing home.
There you go.
When I get to be super old and just decrepit, and I could pick my turns.
I'll be playing GTA 4 on my Xbox 360 in the nursing home. It'll be a relic.
There you go. That's right.
All right.
No, well, I think I still want to close on this, because I know we talked about a lot here, there, and everywhere. Like, at the end of the day, I am a Bungie fan. I'm a Bungie supporter. I want to see Bungie be successful. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to verbalize the things that frustrate me, which I think we did a really good job of articulating a lot of those things during this past hour. But there's still a ton to love about Destiny. Maddox has found his fun doing the solo dungeon journey. There's so many amazing, cool communities that are out there that still want to help people, to lead people through content, and to do things together. And you're just not going to find another community like the Destiny community. It's got its good eggs, it's got its bad eggs, but overall, there's no community like it. So I'm really grateful to be part of it with you guys and have the opportunity to sit here and talk about this game and the company that we love and the stuff that they put out. And again, hoping for the best, and we'll see what happens.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. You know how I always say, I'll be here until it's gone. So
That's right. Absolutely. That's
And
why we're still here talking about it, right?
We're still talking about
we're
it.
Keep talking about it
on a Sunday in January about Destiny.
with the blizzard.
I did just have a blizzard. Are you going to get part of the blizzard, Maddox? I feel like I just saw it going like towards Tallahassee. Oh, dang.
Not that I'm aware of.
Just
All
told everyone
rain.
where you live. Sorry.
It's too warm down there.
They're going to come get you now.
Doxed him. Him and his pugs.
Him and his pugs. All right. Well, Maddox, thank you for joining us tonight. Super fun chatting. I miss you. You're handsome. You're good at games.
Yeah, you are.
And all that stuff. Tell us where we can find you and when you stream and where your content is.
Yeah, so you can find me anywhere at IRLMaddox, and then twitch.tv/Maddox is I stream 2 to 3 times a week, really, and doing just a bunch of PvE stuff, giving away a bunch of emblems. And the next thing I have on the list of accomplishments will be I've just recently duoed the entire Root of Nightmares raid.
Woo.
And then
Let's
I
go.
have someone teaching me how to duo the Witness, with hopefully solo Witness being after that. So,
Dang.
I got to see that solo witness.
That's
I got to
impressive.
see that solo witness. Let's go.
yeah, so that's our next feat, is going after something like that. And then after that, I don't know what I plan on doing. I had fun playing solo trials tonight. I won't lie. Maybe we throw some PvP back in the mix now that it's
There you go. Absolutely.
calmed down a little bit. So, but
Love it. I
other
love
than
it.
that, just having fun.
Good, dude. I'm glad you're having fun. Chat, you should go watch him. He's amazing if you haven't.
Yes.
Aki, where can we find you, bro? What are you going to be up to?
Aki and Fam on all the platforms. Been on the YouTube grind lately, trying to get some more videos out there. I did record my son's first Last Wish. That's going to be going out this week over at youtube.com/Aki and Fam. So if you missed it live, you should go watch it because dude is just hilarious. Genuinely, I think he's actually someday he's going to be a good content creator. I think his commentary is just
That's awesome.
absolutely amazing for an 8-year-old kid. Like
Let's
he's funny.
go. That's what I like to hear.
What about you, Luke? Where can the people find you?
Bearded Luke everywhere. My charity block for Game to Give is this Tuesday, the 27th at 11 p.m. EST.
Whoop, whoop.
Come and give money for the kids because I need you to, and it's worth it, okay?
It's for a good cause. It's for a good cause.
I will
Jack.
say someone did donate the other day, so I will no longer be the only donor to my own campaign, but I promise it'll be a fun night, regardless of what ends up
Absolutely.
happening. I'm honored to be a part of it. But been making lots of content actually lately, just short form stuff. You guys are all nerds if you're watching this, so you probably love tech, gaming handhelds, cases, all the stuff. That's what I've been making videos about on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Bearded Luke at all those places. You can go find me and watch my stuff. YouTube's been good. I'm trying to do some long form stuff soon when I have some time. But yeah, it was super fun chatting with you guys. Thank you so much. If you've been listening to this whole podcast, you're amazing. We don't actually know who the next guest is because we haven't talked about it, but we will have an awesome guest on the next podcast.
I have an idea.
All right.
So
Aki
keep an
has
eye on the
idea.
Destiny Nerd socials, and we'll let you guys know soon.
Keep an eye. Follow us everywhere. Thank you so much, Maddox, for being here. You're amazing. Thanks for staying up a little extra late tonight. And let's go Seahawks. They just won, so they're going to the Super Bowl. I guess that's cool. I was watching behind.
Yeah.
I was literally watching it while we were doing this because I was kind of interested in.
You're
the end.
watching Maddox.
I can
and
see it in
behind.
the
Oh,
background.
Yeah, okay.
If you're listening to this, you have no idea what's
What's there?
happening. But you can see NFL games behind it. But thanks for being here, Aki. Thanks for doing this with me. I love all of you very much, and we'll see you all next time.
Whoop, whoop.